Yeah, you guys do have to tell us your name. That's why her name's up.
What you're here for.
I'm a member of the public who's here filming, which is more of a reason for you to be professional and not act like you're acting.
We're gonna have to ask you to leave this space.
Why is that?
Because it's a space for juveniles, and you're not allowed to be in a space that would juveniles without parent permission.
The courthouse does it for juvenile services? Why?
Yep.
Now, I think you're completely wrong. The law says I can do it here. So,
I don't have to serve you.
yeah, you do. You work for me.
Combative situation, I'm good.
If you could help me real quick.
No comment, sir.
What? Of course you don't want to talk about what you did wrong. You want to point out what you think I did wrong.
I'm going to disengage from you because you're not
that's
interested
what I
in a
would do.
reasonable discussion.
No, I'm having a reasonable discussion,
you want to have a reasonable
but it's not just going to go your way. You don't get to point out what I did and me not say what you did. You're going to be unprofessional? That's not what I'm asking you. The question is this good for this office as well, this paper, or do you guys have a different form?
We don't do public work.
That's not what I'm asking you.
I'm telling you that does not work here.
What's going on, Bay Fam? It's your boy, Bay Area Transparency. We're back at it once again with another banger for y'all. For this video, we're in the city of Boise, Idaho. We went to the Juvenile Probation Office, Juvenile Court Services. The DMV is there, concealed weapons permit. What we saw from the employees was absolutely ridiculous. At this point in time, they had already found out who I was. They knew my channel. Every time our public employees were calling the police, they were telling them not to talk to me, which is the worst advice police can give public servants. They should not be telling people that. It's ridiculous because then when I need service, they're refusing to serve me. And these employees are literally there to serve us. As a matter of fact, one of them even told me, and he was their boss, that he does not serve me. He doesn't work for us. He doesn't work for the public. These employees were ridiculous. Remember, these videos are always unscripted and posted in chronological order. Don't let the employees say it didn't happen like that. That video is heavily edited, because that's not true. And we always keep the full unedited version in case we have to prove they're lying. Follow us on Facebook, Bay Area Transparency Official. Follow us on Instagram at Bay Area Transparency. Subscribe, like, and share, baby. Don't forget to join our memberships on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Is BAT, and I'm out. So let's see what this is. Driver's license, concealed weapons, juvenile probation, no skating, driver's license. Oh, there's sheriffs in this building, so should assume that there's a QR code if you guys need it. Get the QRs. There it goes. Okay, was that gonna? Hi, how are you? I don't need anything just yet. I'm just gonna take some pictures and video around the lobby in here.
For what?
Come again?
For what?
Just something I'm working on.
Are you with the company or?
The company? What do you mean?
Company or?
No, I'm just by myself. No.
Just filming?
Yep.
Okay, well this
Filming
is
and pictures.
Because it's juvenile, we can't have you just filming in here.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Because it's juvenile, so it's a lot of confidential. If there are kids around, it's very confidential.
Yeah, for sure. So if there's any kids that come or whatever, I always keep them off my camera for sure.
Gotcha.
That's why I looked in to make sure there wasn't any kids in here.
Have you like wandering around?
Why is that? It's a public, it's an open office, right? You guys are open right now?
Yeah, but like we don't let people, even if they're with us, you can't wander down the halls.
Well, yeah, I'm just the seating, just the public areas. That's where I'm going to be at.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's get this bad boy. And
so you're welcome to stay right there, dude. But in the back, that's like a secure area.
do you work here? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is there signs up or? Yeah, I mean, if there's signs, obviously I won't go past those. But
so
anything that's open.
The lobby area here, that's a secure area.
Yeah, I definitely don't go in secure areas. Yeah, for sure. Yep. ICSH. And this is what, behavioral health type stuff. Let me ask some questions. Excuse me.
Sorry?
Can I get some help?
Yeah, how can I help you?
So first, what was your name?
I don't feel comfortable sharing my name
Why is that?
because I'm not sure why you're filming me.
Well, I'm speaking with you, right? Look, I'll show you. This thing follows me. See?
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at you, it kind of follows me. You personally, I don't really care about. I'm just trying to get your name because you work here. You're a public employee, right?
Yeah.
And so your name's public record. You're supposed to give it as part of your policy. It's just a professional standard. And so that's why I'm asking your name, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Okay, and I'm asking you while you're filming me.
Well, I told you I'm working on something, and it obviously something I need to film for. I'm making a video, and I'm working on something. Like, I mean, what more do I need to say? I'm filming. What does it matter?
It's just kind of odd to me.
Okay, I understand that. Anyways, well, what was your name?
I don't feel comfortable telling you my name. I don't know what you're filming for. I don't feel comfortable.
Okay, ma'am, if you're not comfortable being filmed, maybe you should like get a job in a private company where people don't have the right to do this. I'm trying to ascertain what your name is so I know who helps me in case I need to file a complaint. Now look what she's doing. All right, well, I'm trying to get information. Now she's refusing
I'm
to
just making
give
a
me
call
the
really
information. Well, you should be helping me because I'm asking for help.
He's like filming me asking me questions. No. No. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess, yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm getting another phone call. Sorry, 1 second. This is...
Okay, so in my opinion, this is kind of a bit ridiculous. Like I was right in the middle of speaking with
I
her.
don't know where she is.
I couldn't get past her name, right? I was trying to ask her name so I know who I spoke to. And then I was going to ask other questions about the services. And she's just totally not even giving me her name, which is like a requirement. It's ridiculous.
She might be at lunch. Okay. Yeah, bye.
Okay, now I'm still not getting the services I'm supposed to get. She just walks away. This lady is refusing to serve me, a member of the public, and I think it's just a little bit ridiculous. So, yeah, the first one's what's your name?
I don't have to tell you that.
You do. It's in your policy. Yeah, you
I
do.
just talked to my boss and she said I don't have to tell you that, but I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have.
Well, you do have to tell us your name. And what's your boss's name?
I don't need to tell you that. Well, her name is Lael, and she's the boss of the probation division.
Okay, yeah, you guys do have to tell us your name. That's why her name's
who you
up.
are, what you're here for.
I'm a member of the public
That's
who's here filming, which is more of a reason for you to be professional and not act like you're acting and give your name because your
Sorry, I'm
name,
very
excuse me, I'm speaking. I understand you're uncomfortable. I can understand that, right?
Yeah.
It's not every day somebody comes in recording. Totally understand that.
Yeah.
However, you still have to be professional. You need to realize you work for us. You work for the public,
Totally.
the people.
Yes, I
and so
do.
when we come in and say, hey, excuse me, what's your name? So I can either request your personnel file records or file a complaint, or I just want to know who helped me. So I have it like when somebody calls and you give them information and they say, okay, who am I speaking with? So they can write it down and say, I spoke with such and such on this day. It's the same standard. Me having a camera is not any reason to not give your name. It's a little ridiculous. So at this point, I need to file a records request because I'm just going to pull your whole personnel file and get everything about you since I can't get your name. I'll have to find out that way. So I'd like to
I
file
don't
a...
understand why you need that, though.
It doesn't matter. At this point, it's the
Not in California.
Well, yeah, I get that. It's the Idaho Public Records Request Law, the Public Records
fine.
Act, and so I'm gonna get that. So,
Okay.
okay,
So
so
what are your questions other than my name?
well, right now, like I said, I need to do a public records request.
Okay, I can give you a QR code for a records request.
I'll just fill it out here in
We
person.
don't have that in paper. It's all online.
The law says I can do it in person in writing.
I'm sorry, that's what I have it in a QR code form. I do.
Well,
not
I get
have
that.
it.
You can just give me a blank sheet and I can fill it out and give it to you. It's
I
not a
don't
big deal.
take that though. That's not my job.
Well, whose job is it? Somebody in this office. I have to turn it in with the record holding company, right? The person. So somebody here has to take it.
Yeah, I
So if
can
it's
call
not
them
you,
if
you
you
can
do.
ask. Yeah, you can ask them. That's fine with me. So now I have to go through all this because she didn't want to say, "Hi, my name's Jenny" or Michelle or whatever, right? Like, not like I'm asking her birth date, address, driver's license number. Like, I don't care about any of that. It's common courtesy, respect, and professionalism to just give your name when asked by a member of the public. And her boss, apparently this lady, told her she didn't have to supply her name, which is totally ridiculous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get her employee file as well and get everything about her at the same time. You know what I mean? Because it's, you know, pretty ridiculous to
This is private
say
juvenile
that.
information, so I can't have you filming into my office. It's private information of youth in our community.
Got you. Did you want to like turn it around or hide it or something? I have to get some pictures, and I was actually just talking about you because apparently you told the young lady up front she doesn't, I don't know, she said her boss, and you're her boss, so she said you told her she doesn't have to supply her name to members of the public when asked, and that's just crazy. So I was kind of getting some shots of you and
Yeah,
narrating.
this is my name, but I'm gonna ask you to step
But I'm
out because
asking
this
her
is
name.
juvenile material, this is juvenile area, and juveniles' rights are protected, and we wanna make sure that we're supporting that. So if you
I
can
totally
just
agree with you, yeah.
step
Except
outside
this
of
is
the
a
juvenile
public
area.
area, right?
Well, this is where
public lobby.
juvenile business happens
And adults come in here all the time, I'm sure.
with their juvenile. So are you here on
Or for-
official?
Yeah, I have official business here.
Can you tell me what that is, please?
Well, right now it's exercising my First Amendment right.
Okay. What about, but what business do you have with us? What matters are you trying to resolve today?
Well, I'm trying to get her to figure out what a public records request is so I can get that. And
Okay.
then I'm going to take pictures, but I don't
Okay.
need to. This is a public area. You guys
Okay.
need to understand that.
Okay,
So we don't have to step out because you don't like us recording. What you should be doing is not having your computer facing the window because I could literally, better than I'm seeing because I'm not zooming in.
thank you for not zooming
But
in, I appreciate
can
that.
stand up and read your whole computer if I want. And I'm
Okay.
taller than your window. So
Okay.
one, you guys can't go cover all this stuff up because it's part of the building code and fire code is there in case of an emergency. So two, I would just turn your desk and then nobody can see your computer. But you can't
Thank you for
tell us not to
consulting.
record because your computer's wide open to the public, right?
Okay, I'm asking if a youth or family come in, that you're not recording the youth and families that are joining us for
Well,
their,
I try not to, but if I want to, I will or can. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So, but
you're
yeah, I always
disregarding my
try not to.
request.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm going to disregard any request. Yep.
Okay,
I'm going to do anything I am legally able to do,
okay.
which is record in a
Okay.
public area.
Well, I'll go ahead and shut down my computer just to,
Okay.
Basi-
Well,
I can't move my desk
I'm
today.
just curious why you. I'm not asking you to move your desk. I'm just curious why would you tell the girl up front that is literally the face of our office? That's the first face anybody sees. Why would you tell her you don't have to give your name because that guy has a camera? Don't give your name, right? When your guys' names are all public record. And so now I have to do a public records request. I'm going to pull everything that I can about you and her, and it's becoming a big old deal because I feel like
Okay.
you have something to hide. If she would have just said, "Hi, I'm Jenny, how can I help you?" or whatever her name is, I would have said, "Cool, I'm just curious about this," and I'd probably be gone by now. But now I feel like I need to look into you guys because there's all this weirdness going on, right?
Okay.
My camera's not a reason to act unprofessional. It's more of a reason to be more professional.
We're concerned about the privacy of the youth that come into our building. So
Well,
if
I
we
would
are nervous,
love
that
to
is the
point out
nervousness.
if I could see anything, I would point it out to you guys so you guys could fix that.
Okay.
It's my camera doesn't make it dangerous. If anything, it'll help you guys tighten up the areas you need to tighten up on. Right.
That's your desire, I understand.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Awesome. Is somebody coming for that records request or?
Yeah, I asked them to.
Okay. Cool. So he's taking pictures. So it's taking pictures right now. Just keep in mind you're making a public record there. We're going to request the copy of that, so don't erase it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding my phone here.
Sure.
You okay with that?
Kind of an odd way
What are you guys doing over here?
to hold your phone, right? I'm just holding my phone. What do we say? What do we say all the time? They will lie, they will lie, they will lie, right? And we will point it out and we will show it. Let's go ahead and use the restroom. I'll be right back for my records request. Use the restroom. Make sure that we don't got no kids in here. Nope, perfect. There we go. I love it. That's a good motto. Perfect motto. Present authentic, positive, caring. It's awesomeness. How's it going?
Good, sir. We're gonna have to ask you to leave this space
Why is that?
because it's a space for juveniles. And you're not
Okay.
allowed to be in a space that would fill juveniles without parent permission.
Is it like a private space or?
It is a space for youth, a child, and you can't film in a space, and you were told this over at probation, so you know the same thing.
Is this a public office or what?
It is a space where youth and juveniles come in, and you cannot film children
Who said
without
that?
permission. It's a law. You can't film children without parent consent.
Oh, what
And
law?
so
Do you know
children
the
come
law?
in and out.
Or?
You can look up the law. I'm not going to for you, but it is a law.
Okay.
And this
Well,
is a
can you
space.
tell me like the code so I can peep it real quick? I just
I don't
want to
have
look it
the
up.
code memorized off the top of my head, but generally, you're not allowed to film children without parent consent and permission.
Interesting.
It's a Protection of Child Act.
Got you. Protection of Child Act.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know anything about
Yep.
that.
So this is a space where youth come in and they do programming, they do activities, do educational stuff, and so we can't have somebody in here filming.
Interesting. Even in this, they do it in this public lobby right here?
Yep, we would have children come in here and sit in the lobby and be present, so we need you to.
Well,
go
yeah,
ahead
they
and
sit
exit.
here and then they go in the back or whatever.
But again, you can't be filming a space that is set up. If you want to know what we do here and all that, I'm happy to sit down with you sometime and have that conversation. We connect you with our media person. As a director, I'll happily explain that. We just can't have people filming in this space.
And what was your name, sir?
Cody, I'm the director of Ada County Juvenile Services.
Oh, okay, okay. So, yeah, I didn't know that it was a law. I mean, I've looked them up. I'm pretty familiar with a lot of them.
Cool.
I'm not familiar with that one. That's why I was asking the code.
Yeah,
Just
so
trying
you
to
can look
figure
up the
it
Child
out.
Protection Act, which is you cannot film children without parent permission or consent in
Interesting.
a space where they would have reasonable expectations of privacy.
Right.
And they would have reasonable expectations of privacy when they're coming here for their counseling sessions, their programming, their educational services.
Well, so let me ask you a question. Outside the door, would they have a reasonable expectation of privacy coming up here?
I'm not an expert on that law in terms of that, but in terms of that, whatever the parking lot covers, I don't know that part. But I know in the building, that is a factual statement.
Yeah, maybe behind those doors, but definitely not in a public lobby.
This is not a public lobby. It's a lobby for juvenile services.
It's a private lobby?
It's a lobby for anybody attending juvenile services. This is not.
Or
like
anybody that needs to come here and conduct business with you guys, right? Like, I'm sure parents come here often and get forms or get information.
Correct, related to
cards
juvenile
and-
services.
Correct, right.
So if somebody doesn't have business related to juvenile services, they would have no business to be in here. We would direct them away from here.
And what makes
we
you
wouldn't
think I don't
people-
have business with
Okay.
you guys?
Let me know who your kid is on juvenile services, please.
That's not the only business you guys conduct?
We don't serve. Okay, are you here for a parent education class? Family
That's
counseling?
not the only business you guys conduct.
What business do you have that we conduct?
Well, one, you guys do public records. Two, you guys have public information hung up on these walls.
We don't do public records.
Three, yeah, you do.
Public records are an
entity
online
does
request.
Public records.
We don't.
No, you can do them in person.
We don't
It's
do public
written
records
right
here.
into the law.
Public
Well,
records
where would you do them?
You would get on our website and you would submit a public
Where would
records
you
request.
do them in person?
You'd go down to the courthouse and ask them.
To the courthouse? Does the courthouse deals
Right.
with juvenile
And also,
services?
if you look at the laws on juveniles, most juvenile information is not purview to
Yeah, I'm
public
not talking
records.
about juvenile information. I'm talking about public records.
So we don't do any of that here.
Right.
We don't do
Yeah.
public records request here.
Yeah, you do. Because
Sir?
I have to turn in the request to what would be the record holding agency,
Correct.
which would be you guys, because I would be getting employee
not be at this
public
building.
records, right?
You would not turn in a public records request at this building.
Yeah, you would. If
go
you're the
onto our
director, you
website.
should know this.
They would gear you towards our website and you would submit it on our website. That is how our public records request works.
No, it's not. You can do it in person. It's just written
Sir,
in the law.
I'm definitely not going to argue with you on it.
Okay,
So
well,
you
I'm
can make
just
a
letting
choice.
you know.
You can
Yeah.
make a choice to voluntarily leave the space currently because you do not indicating you have any current business.
Yeah, I do.
If you have a records request,
Well, my
Please drop
First
it off.
Amendment is also business. Yeah.
what is your First Amendment?
Recording. That's the First Amendment right.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Not First Amendment to record any information of anything.
To,
Or is it
when
saying-
did I say any information of anything?
So again, I've
I
already
have a
explained to
First
you, you are
Amendment
in
right.
a space where
Go-
you're
go ahead.
violating a
You
law.
can interrupt me. What law?
Okay. So here's the thing. You can voluntarily leave.
What law are you speaking of?
I already talked to you about the Child Protection Act.
Okay,
You
that
are-
doesn't count in an area where there's not
You're
a
also
reasonable
making everybody
expectation
uncomfortable.
of privacy. Well, I'm sorry you're uncomfortable. That's
No,
not
I'm-
my goal. I'm recording.
But
I'm
you are
doing
making
a
people
story.
uncomfortable. You're making kids
Well,
not
my-
want to come to their appointments. You're making families not want
What
to show
kid
up.
has not wanted to come to their appointment?
I'm not going to give you the names of the kids and violate that. Are you kidding me?
It hasn't happened, right?
I'm not going to.
So, but
you can make a choice.
regardless-
You can leave voluntarily, or we
Regardless,
can get law
this is
enforcement up here and we
this
can
is
make a decision.
Public office. It's owned by the public,
Sir?
by the taxpayers. I pay hold on, you just
You're-
keep interrupting me, and I'm not interrupting
Because I'm not going to
you.
argue with you anymore.
Well,
you can reasonably
this is a public
step away.
area. I am reasonably recording in a public area. There is no reasonable expectation of privacy. Idaho
there
is a
is.
one-party consent state. Only one party to the conversation has to consent. The third thing I'm going to say is there are no juveniles up here. If there were kids or random
Because
people
now
up
we're not
here-
gonna have them
excuse
come
me,
up here.
If they were kids
not gonna
and
have them
random
come up here
people
'cause
up
we don't
here,
know
I
your
would keep
intention.
them off my camera because that's what I do. But I don't have to. You're completely wrong. You can record juveniles and anybody else without
cannot
consent
record-
of their parents.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. And in
Not-
public, you can. And
If
this
they
is
have
a public
reasonable
area.
expectations of privacy.
And in public,
when
there
they
is
come
no
to a
reasonable
counseling appointment, you're
expectation
saying
of privacy.
if you went to a counseling appointment, you don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
If I go to a
Sir?
counseling appointment in the back
Cody.
office,
Is everything okay?
I have
Oh
a,
no, we're
Okay. Would you
So-
like me to
It-
call somebody?
yeah, over at probation, and I think law enforcement is already over there. They've already dealt with him.
I'll do it right now.
You could call them and let them come over.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
So people don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in a public lobby,
Sir,
right?
if you
That's
go
the
to
way
a
that
counseling
works.
appointment,
Yeah,
if you go to a counseling
then you would
appointment,
take me in the back.
no.
And I
when
would
you're
have a
waiting in the
reasonable
lobby for your
expectation of
session,
privacy.
when you're waiting in the lobby for your session, you have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
That's not true.
It is
That's
true.
not true.
That's okay.
The Supreme Court's ruled you don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in public spaces.
Okay.
Right? You can look up the first case that ever dealt with that is Katz versus U.S. It's a 1969 case.
So good.
And they're the ones who kind of thought about reasonable expectation of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, what the courts have ruled is, since you don't know these laws, is that we have a right, an absolute right, to record public servants from public areas during the course of their public duties,
Right.
which you guys are. So I have an absolute right to record in this public lobby anything I can see, anything I can view. There is no reasonable expectation of privacy. I just wanted to see how far you were going to go with the nonsense. It's not true. Okay? So I have a right to record up here, which is what I'm doing. I'm gathering content for a story as a journalist. That's the First Amendment, freedom of press.
Okay.
And we have a right to
do
do
you have
it.
your credentials? Can you show me your press credentials?
For sure. Who issues them? Then I'll go get some. Do you know who issues them?
Do you have any journalist credentials?
Do you know who issues them?
Yeah, if you work for any reputable news organization or a newspaper or any, you would have credentials.
What about independent journalists?
So if you're saying you're an independent journalist and you're interested in a story, then you would be directed to myself, or you would be directed to our information.
Yeah, if we want to speak
sure.
with you or
Sure.
something. But I'm here to get the shots that I
So,
can see
again,
and hear, and I'm here to request
your
public
intentions are in
records.
question.
So,
Your intentions are in
I don't
question.
really care. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care.
And that you're putting the risk of the youth here at
I'm
safety.
not putting anybody at risk.
You-
My camera is not dangerous.
Sure, but we don't know your intentions. I don't know what you have in your backpack. I don't know what your
What
intentions
backpack?
are. Whatever you're wearing on your back.
This is a camera. It's another camera.
So either way, I
No.
still know your intentions.
Here you go. I'll make it so you can see it a little bit better.
Your intentions.
Sir, is this
Can pose a
is this
safety
a
risk.
public area that's open to the public? Does the public come up
I'm
here
not,
at
I'm
all?
not going to continue to
Okay.
engage with
There's
you in
a
that.
case law that says it's Brandsburg v. Hayes that says anywhere the public has legitimate access to, so does the media. When I'm conducting business to get a story under my First Amendment right, I have absolute access to anywhere the public does.
Sure.
We've already established,
I-
the public comes up here. So
No,
you're
the
just
public
wrong.
doesn't. The public doesn't.
Who comes up here then?
People who have appointments.
Are they
in
not
business
member
here.
of the public?
Sir, you're on a technicality and you know
No. It's the law.
So,
It's
okay.
the law. I have
So-
277 videos of this same
Awesome.
thing.
And so I understand what your intentions are here. Your intentions is to come up
To
here
record.
and record.
That's it.
So
Pretty simple.
for what purpose?
I told you. What did I tell you?
But you're not saying the purpose. What is that recording
I
going to
told you I'm doing a story.
what?
That doesn't on you guys, but the rest of it doesn't matter. It's
So-
a story.
Okay.
So it's that simple.
Okay.
But you trying to kick somebody out of a public
So you
place,
have no,
I think
you have no press
you have a
credentials.
bit
You have no
more
press
authority
credentials. You have
than what
nothing
you
to indicate your
actually have.
story.
But
And
you
you
don't.
showed up without any credentials,
This
any
is
information
great.
to
I'm gonna get
indicate.
this on too here.
It would be reasonable for us to be generally concerned about your intentions and
Do you-
actions.
Let me ask you, do you think I have a problem with your concern? Because I don't have a problem with you being concerned. I don't have a problem with you wanting to talk to me. I don't have a problem with you guys contacting me. What I do have a problem with is when you try to say you can't be in this public area, this is not public, and you give me this whole line of garbage that's not true about people not having a right to record up here and not being able to record juveniles, which I'm not going to record. But
I don't
that's
know
what
that.
I have an
I don't
issue
know
with.
that you're gonna
It
turn
doesn't
your
matter
camera
because
off.
I can.
If a youth is coming up here, you cannot record them.
No, you're
So
completely
then now we
incorrect.
can't have youth come up here because we can't record them.
You're-
If you notice,
I
have to have
noticed
parent consent.
cameras. You're recording. What do you mean?
I'm not going to talk to you
There's
about
a camera right there. Ladies
So-
and gentlemen, he's saying they can't record him. There's a camera
I'm
recording
saying
right
you
here.
can't record without parent permission. Do you have parent
You're
permission?
incorrect.
Do you have parent permission?
100% incorrect. There is no reasonable expectation of privacy. You're right as far as reasonable expectation of privacy goes. There's no
No, I am.
reasonable expectation of privacy in public, right? That's the same reason you guys can have cameras up
A
here.
building that requires you to walk up the stairs and come into an area that is clearly designated as Ada County Juvenile Services
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Programs Division is not the same as saying a public area like a park.
Yeah, it is. Who funds it?
A school is public. Can you go in a school and film?
Big difference.
It's public.
There's laws that deal with that.
Okay, so I'm
This
telling
is
you,
public. There is no laws that deal
It
with
is
this.
different when you're talking about a building for juvenile services.
You're
Do you
completely
understand?
incorrect.
So a school is public. You can't go into a school and film.
This is apples and oranges, bud. Apples and oranges.
You said you can film in any public space, and I'm telling you that's not accurate, right?
Mm-hmm. It is
There's
accurate.
reasonable privacy in certain institutions.
There is reasonable expectation of privacy in the non-public areas.
Sorry, may
If
I,
you guys have,
interject real quick? I just spoke with the sheriffs. You're more than welcome to have a conversation with them, but they recommend that we disengage.
there you go. Bye-bye. You're dismissed. I don't need you anymore.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And what was your name, sir?
Can you admit that you were wrong?
What was your name, sir?
My name is Ben.
Ben what?
Why do you need my last name?
Because you're in my building space, I have reasonable
My last
expectation.
name's Deho.
Ben Doe?
Deho is my
Deho?
last name.
Pendeo. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I hear him talking down there. Let's get him down here. And we have one here. This is Ben and someone else.
No, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking more like for example.
Oh, now look what they're doing. This is a violation of building code and fire code, ladies and gentlemen. They are trying to tape up these doors, the windows on these doors. And this is here per the code in case of an emergency. People don't get hit by the door and knocked over. if there's an emergency. So they are now violating building code and fire code, and we will definitely send that to the fire marshal. And then we will shut this off. So here we go. You guys do realize that's a violation of building code and fire code, right? You're not supposed to block these. No, this is here for a reason. It's not an accident. You're not supposed to block these windows. We're going to send this to the fire marshal. You guys are going to be fined for this. So this is not okay, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, their director doesn't know. He didn't have any clue. And so these people don't know. They're blocking the window. Oh, it's for our client privacy. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. These windows are there by code. That's not an accident. Those windows are there. It's there so that people can look out in the instance of an emergency and make sure they're not hitting each other with doors and creating a bigger emergency and somebody gets hurt or dies. That's the point of those. I can still hear him back here talking. That's crazy. Hey, do you guys know that this is these windows are there for building code and fire code? When you guys block them, you're actually creating an issue. I'm going to send this to the fire marshal, and you guys will probably be fined.
You could talk to our operations team about that.
No, I'm going to send it to the fire marshal. I know the code, and they're not supposed to block them,
Yeah,
especially over a camera. It makes us wonder what you guys are hiding and why you're not wanting to be transparent with the public.
So you're in an area of ours where we run private groups with youth and juveniles.
Okay.
So as you've pointed out, you believe you can come back here and just film.
I
So
can.
to keep their privacy
I
and
understand why you're
confidentiality.
doing it. I'm just telling you
But-
you're not supposed to, because you know
Okay.
why that window's there? It's a fire code and building code, because if there's an emergency, we don't want people getting hit by our doors and creating another emergency while everybody's trying to exit the building.
I appreciate that. And
So
I'm
that's why
happy to
it's
bring that
there.
up with our operations team.
You
who
don't
handles all
need to.
that.
I'll send it to the fire marshal. They'll send you guys a fine, and you guys will stop. That's what'll happen. I'm just letting you know it's happened before.
So is your goal what is your goal
My
today?
goal is, well, I have many, but one of
Okay.
them is seeing how transparent you guys are going to be. And doing that, you guys are not transparent, right?
So if you want us to make changes,
this camera
why don't you-
is not a, hold on, this camera is
No,
not a
I'm not
reason
gonna-
to act more
You're gonna-
unprofessional.
so-
This camera is a reason to act more
Okay,
professional.
So then again,
you guys have a problem
if you want
with
a professional
transparency.
conversation, I'm
Oh, I
happy-
tried to
if
have
any
one with you,
concerns
but you
have,
lied to me and tried to kick me out of
any
a public
concerns-
office.
I asked you to leave. I
No,
didn't
no,
kick
you
out.
told me to.
I asked you if you would leave.
No, you didn't. You
So,
said
again-
we're going to need you to leave. You have to leave. You can't be here. You can't record. There's this law
You were
that doesn't
asked-
exist.
you were asked
and
to
all
leave
this stuff.
multiple
That's what you
times.
said.
You were
Right,
asked
but
to
I
leave
don't have
multiple
to.
times.
You got to
Okay.
understand. This is my public office.
So again-
you need to understand your place as a public servant. Do you
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
So again,
That's
what I would
you
say,
don't get, I think.
what I would say is, if you want to have a reasonable discussion about things that you think we could be better at, I would love to hear that and have that conversation in a setting that is not combative.
Well,
You are
it doesn't
creating a
have to be
combative
combative.
you are creating a
when
combative
I point
situation.
it out and you say,
You
I'm
did-
not creating
you
a
wouldn't
combative
identify yourself.
situation.
You wouldn't tell us.
I told you a name. You got a name.
It took quite a while to get there, didn't it? You were
Took
saying
quite
you
a
were
while for you
press,
to ask.
and you didn't have credentials.
You don't need credentials as press.
Okay.
That's a total
I'm
misconception.
talking about the facts here.
The facts
The
are
facts
you
are
don't need
you created a combative
credentials as a
situation
press. No,
where
you don't.
people are nervous
You
and
created
scared.
it. You created it.
People are
sir.
nervous and scared.
You created it by acting the way you did,
Sir.
by not understanding as the director that the public
Sir.
has an absolute right to be here
I'm
in
not
these
talking about
public
that.
areas. Of course, you don't want to talk about what you did wrong. You want to point out what you
I'm gonna
think I
disengage
did
from
wrong.
you because you're
Okay,
not
that's what
interested
I
in a
would do.
reasonable
No,
discussion.
I'm having a reasonable
If
discussion.
you want to have a
but
reasonable
it's not just
discussion,
going to go
sir,
your way. You don't
sir,
get to point out what I did and
If
me
you're gonna,
not say
if
what
you want to have a
did,
reasonable
right?
discussion, please reach out. and we'll
I
meet
am
at
having a
separate
reasonable
time.
discussion
We'll
when
meet
you
at a
start
separate
to
time.
act
Thank
when
you.
you start to act reasonable.
We'll meet
So
at a separate time. Thank you.
oh, don't worry, I'm gonna pull all your guys' info. We'll get your names and everything. I got your name, but
You
we'll
already
get
got
your
mine. Thank
paycheck
you.
stubs and all kind of stuff. So just act right, do better. So this is why they act like this, because the director acts like that. We just moved on and did what we're doing, and now maybe we can get our public records request and get that fulfilled, and then we can probably be on our way at that point.
Yeah. Alright, be safe.
Can I do a records request with you guys, please? Ma'am, need a public records request?
We don't do that here.
You guys, well, give me somewhere to go, or give me a card, or where I can do it. The courthouse does it for juvenile services? Why?
Yep.
Now, I think you're completely wrong. The law says I can do it here. Yep. This ugly, like, and I'm not mean looks, I just mean her personality is ugly, right? So they're refusing to take a public records request, which I can guarantee you they won't do again after this, because they are opening up the county to a lawsuit. And it's unfortunate. The county, state, whatever it is, they're opening it up. Yeah, it's the county, but they're opening it up to a lawsuit. You don't get to just say, we don't do records requests here. Nope, you have to. This would be the record holding agency, right? If I'm requesting the public records from this place, this agency, this would be the record holding agency that you would get that from. Oh, we got somebody popping in. Let's go ahead and let him pop in.
Excuse me?
Yep, no problem. Looking for the employees or?
Yeah, I think I know where we're going.
Oh, okay, cool. So we need to do a records request again. Public records request, excuse me. Oh, more of a reason for them to act foul again.
Yes.
We got them acting foul, all right. I can guarantee they won't do this again.
I usually have access everywhere.
Once we show the way that they acted, they will not act this way again, ladies and gentlemen. I can promise you. We're gonna get all their information. These girls who are ignoring me and choosing not to help me, that's the problem too, is the police will tell them don't help them, just don't talk to them, and then they listen. And they look worse and they get in trouble. So right now they are refusing service and refusing to help. And I need help, right? So let's go ahead and do old knockaroony so I can get the help I need. Need to get some help, service, please. So we have the idiots refusing service. There's people right here. Look, you see that girl, that lady right there? Yep, we have a picture of her now too. And they are refusing service. I'm trying to get service. I'm asking for a public records request. The director tried to tell me I had to go online, which I don't have to do. And they're refusing service. And just like right here, right? Refusing service. So I'll get them on camera refusing me service, refusing my right to do a public records request, and then they will open up the agency to a lawsuit. And like I said, we'll put it out there and they will realize how bad they fucked up and they won't do it again. I can guarantee you that. It's unfortunate. So yeah, I still need to do that records request and then I can go ahead and be on my way. So you guys are kind of holding me here at this point, refusing me service.
Yeah, like I told you, we don't do public records requests
The
here.
law says you have to.
So
right?
we have an online portal you're welcome to go to and do it.
We can do it in
If you want to go
person.
down to the courthouse, you can do a public records request.
Where would you
But how,
do it
as a
for the
cur-
courthouse for you guys though?
So,
The courthouse runs this office, this
so
agency?
is it related to court services?
No, it's public records.
For what?
I'm going to get a lot of your guys' personnel files, your emails.
So again, I would get
all
online and
that
do a
stuff.
public records
I know,
request.
and I can do it in person, which I'm trying to do.
Okay, so then go down to the downtown courthouse and submit all public records requests in
The
person.
records request, it doesn't go through why would it go through the
Yeah.
courthouse? You guys are the record holding agency. Does the courthouse have your guys' personnel files?
Ada County, yes, Ada County HR handles all personnel stuff, which is downtown at the courthouse. So all personnel records live with Ada County HR.
That's not the way it works, though. I have to give them to you, or not have to.
If you have a records request, you can give it to me now, and I'm happily.
trying. I need
Okay.
a pen, a paper. You're supposed to supply me a form. You guys are supposed to do your job. The
So,
problem
okay,
is, I'm going to
okay.
tell you what part of the problem
Yeah,
is.
I'm not gonna
is
engage with you
maybe
anymore,
the-
sir.
Well, you
You're
have
not-
to.
you're
You
not
have to serve me. You're my servant.
I
So
don't have to serve you.
yeah, you do. You work for me.
Combative situation, I'm good.
No,
Thank you.
asking for a public records request and you lying to me is not combative. It's you not being a good public servant. So we are going to go ahead and point that out too. So that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's just horrible public servants, right? Juvenile court services reception area. These are bad public servants that aren't doing their job the right way. But I was just trying to calm him down. I was doing my best. This is my point. Let me make this point. I was doing my best to calm him down. I could have peeled his emotions back like an onion. And I was doing my best so he would calm down and do this right, because I could tell it. The way he was breathing and shit, he was wound pretty tight. Okay, so I was trying to calm him down so we can get past the whole nonsense, do the records request, and I can be on my way. You know, but these people choosing to not serve me right now, look at what it is. There is nobody out here. These girls shut all this stuff off, closed all the windows, turned the lights off, all this nonsense, and booked it. You know what I mean? And we're going to show that too, because are they still getting paid? Right? I bet you they're going to get their 8 hours. You know what I mean? Although they've shut this shit down and they're not helping anybody, I can guarantee they're going to get their 8 hours. Just wasting our money, ladies and gentlemen. They are wasting our tax dollars here. We're going to go ahead and push on. We're up out of here now. Juvenile court services, 0, BAT 1. Let's go. Let's see about getting our stuff that we need here now. Okay. Is there a business card for this office right here?
A business card?
Yeah, that way I can send an email and
our business
whatnot.
card doesn't have like our email on it.
Well, okay. Is there a business card? Is it this one?
Nope, it's not that one.
Okay.
That's one of the services that we offer.
Awesomeness. Well, yeah, just a business card would be great.
It doesn't have like an email or anything on it.
Does it have like the boss's contact information, or it's
No.
just what, generic?
Generic.
Well, that doesn't help. How do I get email addresses so I can send a complaint in?
You would have to go to Ada County. You'd have to go to this website down here.
Okay, I can. So the information will be there.
Yeah, I believe you can find somewhere to file a complaint.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be able to figure that out. Okay, cool. Thank you. Here, let's take a picture of this in case I lose it, because I am notorious for losing this stuff. So the sheriffs talked to you guys, and now everybody's doing a little bit better with service, huh? That's good. It's a good thing. Notice how no more problems, no trouble, no. That's a good thing, right? And we just had it upstairs, a bunch of nonsense, and now they know better. They know not to act that way and act crazy. They will see themselves online acting crazy. Obviously, this young lady who's now in the front will not see herself online because she was very professional every time I dealt with her. So I don't really need I don't have anything to expose from her. What I will say when I put out the video is that there's the other girl up front did very, very well. She did a great job. She's very professional. The other people, unfortunately, not so much. And, you know, we'll just go from there. So they're worried about protecting all these people's info, yet we have pictures of them all out here. Look at this. How interesting is that? Oh yeah, we don't want anybody knowing, but we're putting their pictures up.
I got done probation and I got my it's JP.
Oh, awesome! We finally got it. Cool.
JP here?
He might be over at clinical. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay, for sure.
But what's your last like initial?
Ortiz. Oh.
Yeah, okay. I'll let him know. Okay.
Okay, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Oh, there we go. Apparently I don't look very well. Information. Perfect. I will bring this back. You guys close at 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, possibly before the day's end.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you. I appreciate your professionalism. So we are going to go ahead and ask them if it would be the same, right? If it is, which it probably is. I'm assuming it probably is. It would be great. So downstairs, excuse me, ladies. See, this is what I'm talking about. Ugly people, man. Ugly personalities, ugly people. I'm trying to ask if it's the same records request so I can leave, and now they're going to hold me here. I'll stay here all day now. I will stay here all day. If they don't want to answer my questions and don't want to serve me, they just walk away like that. Okay, I'll be here all day now. All day, baby. You guys better get used to me. Unless you want to answer my question, I'm going to be here all day. So they are refusing to serve me. I'm knocking on the door, just trying to get help. Right when I walk up, they both took off, shut off the lights, and ran. Right? I have to just be real. I'm not going to lie to you guys and be like, oh, they did great. They weren't that bad when they were horrible. Right? Not going to happen. So, excuse me. Don't let them say I'm pounding on the door. I'm just knocking. Right? One knuckle. Excuse me, I need help. And they'll lie. They're liars. Our public employees are liars. And they're trash. They are too comfortable. Don't speak. This is stupid. If you could help me real quick.
No comment, sir.
What?
Tomorrow. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
So my question is, this records request they gave me downstairs is you're going to be unprofessional? That's not what I'm asking you. The question is this good for this office as well, this paper, or do you guys have a different form?
We don't do public requests.
That's not what I'm asking
I'm
you.
telling you that does not work here.
All right, this ugly lady is just ridiculous, dude. And I'm not talking about looks, I'm just talking about personality. Personality. Just straight up dirtbags for no reason, right? It's a camera. Don't be afraid of it.